Good morning, good evening, everyone. This is Hey John. Welcome to the channel today. We have a special guest, Reflex Finance, the token team here. We have Crypto Rabbit, Raymond, and of course, our CEO, Miles.
Hey
Thanks for
yo.
having
And they will go ahead and give a quick introduction of who they are and what they do. I'll start with Rabbit and go on the table.
Okay. I am Crypto Rabbit. You can call me Rabbit. I am the Chief Communications Officer for Reflex. We are here today just to do our standard AMA, a little bit about Reflex. We are a hyperdeflationary token on the Binance Smart Chain that launched on February the 5th. We have since then announced that we are in the process of creating the Legion Launchpad and DEX, as well as this week we launched staking pools for our community. So we're just here to kind of talk on those things, give you guys an update, and go from there. We also have Miles, like you said, who is our CEO, and then we also have Raymond, who is our Chief Operations Officer for Reflex. Did you want me to go ahead and talk about staking right now, Miles, or do you want to hit on that?
John, this is your show, brother. You quarterback it.
Oh, you guys feel free to move how you want, man. I mean, if you want staking, go ahead. If not, then move on to the next agenda. But I'm sure everyone wants to hear staking, right? Because that was kind of a big deal for the past few days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad idea to kind of give a quick brief,
Yeah, so for the first 2 days, we did have some special rates that we offered for the Reflex Legion and our holders, and those rates have since been changed down to a slightly lower rate, but like those rates will always fluctuate. We will continue to have some days where we will offer higher rates for people to lock into. Currently, we have 277 trillion tokens, give or take, that are being staked. We have almost a total of 750 trillion tokens that are locked up in some way or another. So, like I said, we have the 277 trillion being staked. We have 126 trillion that are locked up from the private sale. And we've also burned over 347 trillion. So 3/4 of our supply is locked up in some way, shape, or form, which is really cool to see.
Can I add to that, please?
Yes.
So, right off the bat, to the community, for such a large percentage of our investors to have their tokens locked up is nothing more and nothing short of showing extreme and extraordinary confidence in the project and the team that are leading this project. So it means a lot. It really does. It's profound, and we're not going to let you down. To have Rabbit about 75%.
Yes, 75%.
75%. Okay. Thank you. It means a lot, and we are going to do great things. What I will tell you is, although the rates, that was a promotional period for the first 48 hours, I'm going to let you guys know now, and we'll keep announcing it one day and one day only. On Friday, the 25th of February, we're going to be offering a promotional rates again that are going to be better than what they are right now. It's a one-day flash sale. We will let you know what the rates are within a couple days, maybe the day before, but this is a one-day deal. And the reason why we're doing this is because going into next weekend, the team is going to be live in New York City, Times Square. We have a terrific advertisement, an announcement that we're very, very excited to share with everybody. Big stuff, right? Like we wouldn't be, we're very excited to say the least. So one day promotional, super excited. One day promotional APR, which will be released this coming week. And it's for one day, Friday, February 25th. For those of you that were lucky enough to lock in those rates the first 48 hours, good for you. For the rest of you folks, pay attention to that day because it's going to be phenomenal rates. And it's only going to last one day. And we're doing this for a specific reason going into the weekend.
Nice. Showtime.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I like
get your popcorn ready.
That's right. Nom nom.
So our current rates for staking are 5% for 7 days, 10% for 30 days, 15% for 90, and 20% for 180. And like he said, we will have a promotional rate on Friday that will be slightly higher like we had for our original promotional rate. We also, this week, actually, yesterday deposits began for BitMart. Tomorrow trading begins for BitMart. And then once the 22nd rolls around, you'll be able to withdraw from BitMart. So they are going to have tokenomics for their platform. It will be similar to SafeMoon, where they will have their own liquidity pool, but a percentage of the taxes collected will come back to benefit the holders on the DEX. So that is exciting. We're really excited for that exchange to go live. And to be able to reach a whole other audience that maybe isn't as comfortable with coming to the decentralized route. So that's pretty exciting for us that goes live tomorrow. We're hoping good things for BitMart. And we're looking at other exchanges as well. We're looking for the ones that have the most benefit to the Legion. So stay tuned for that. What else do you have to talk on?
Can I chime in on that?
Yeah.
So there is another major exchange that we're on the 5-yard line with. It's going to create a lot of volume for us. So we're very excited about that. We're hoping to be able to announce that in the coming weeks. But again, I try to be very clear, very direct, very transparent with the community. I have held this position under a certain direction. That direction is complete openness and complete honesty. And more importantly than anything else, if I tell you something, I want to deliver on it, period. So we assured you that by the 14th day, within 2 weeks, we would have staking live. The staking numbers were so staggering that we never saw this coming. Like it's humbling, mind blowing. It's humbling, right? It's absolutely humbling. So we committed to you that within 14 days, staking would be live. That commitment was met. Our deadline was met. And I told you before we leave the month of February, before the end of next week, we will have live on BitMart. And as Ms. Rabbit articulated, we will be live on that tomorrow. So again, when I give you all a deadline, when I tell you all something will be delivered, the expectation is that it's met, or the expectation is that I am held accountable. So great job to my staff, great job to my team. All the credit to them. BitMart has been great to liaison with. They've been phenomenal, so thank you to them. But again, I want to continue to drive home the message. This is 3 for 3, I believe. If we tell you something is going to be provided, and if we tell you when it's going to be provided, then it's going to happen, period.
Yes.
Solid.
Agree. So let's talk about BitMart.
Yeah,
so we got some news on BitMart, and we're going back and forth last night with them into this morning, and we had multiple breakouts of how we were going to handle the percentage they were giving us, which is 7%. So originally we broke it out 4-2-1, then we had 7% staking, and BitMart last night threw a curveball at us, and we could now receive our portion back in BUSD. So with that being said, and what does that mean for the holders, right? So what does that mean for the holders? We can now receive our BUSD from them, and instead of having to sell Reflex and do certain things for BUSD, we can now use that BUSD to buy Reflex. Now, the first month or so, and we'll throw this all out in the open once we clear up, but the first month to 2 months, we will be buying Reflex with that BUSD, and we will be putting it into the staking pool. So we want to build that up, obviously, for the future and have a nice cushion. Once we feel like we have a nice reserve, we can switch that BUSD into marketing, buyback and burn, more utility production, and so on. So I know there's a lot of questions out there about that, so I just wanted to clear up the air on that. Also, I've been receiving a lot of questions, same with Marshall, on is it weekly or monthly. So starting March 1st, I know we're at the end of February, but starting March 1st, it will be paid out weekly to all CEX holders. So their 8% they receive on the CEX would be weekly now. It will not be the monthly payout like BitMart used to be. So I just wanted to clear that all up. I think that's actually huge for the community because now we have to buy on the DEX from the BUSD they will be sending us. So it's nice, it's a nice buyback minus the burn.
That is really cool. It's exciting.
You sound a little, like woohoo,
Yeah,
like,
gives us a lot of flexibility.
Yeah,
It's
right.
it's
Because
it's
no one else
great.
has
It's
done that.
absolutely great.
Honestly, they always receive it in their native token, right? And then they have to either a sell it, which could hurt the chart, or they just whatever they do with it, bank it for the time being, gain the BUSD and then they spend it. But obviously we could use that tremendously to help the charts out as needed and not manipulate it in any way at all.
Yeah, and great job to Ray, great job to Cripfu and Ryan and all the other folks who have been working around the clock with BitMart to not accept the status quo and to evolve and to uh, form the battlefield in our favor and make sure that our token holders are as they're in the most advantageous position possible. So we know how things have been done before, but that doesn't mean that's how they should continue to be done. This is a great opportunity for our holders, and we're very excited about it. We're very excited.
So I see a few questions coming in from ML Engineering and Robert M. So I'll do Robert M first real quick. You don't have to, jump the line. But
Okay.
buyback and burn we turned off for the time being. It is collecting BNB. So when we activate the auto buyback and burn, it obviously will buy back and burn at 20 BNBs. So right now we're just banking that up in case something does happen. We could use that for a massive buyback and burn. So if a whale sells, bam, it triggers it. We can use it. So hopefully that answers your question. For MLE Engineering, can the team talk more about how plan to increase holders in any country, specs, marketing campaign? Not worried about price at this moment. Just curious on increasing holder base. Rabbit, you want to take that one?
Yes. So we do have another 2 rounds of marketing coming shortly here. Those are printed in other countries. They are printed in English, but they are printed in other countries. We do have some international channels in our Discord that we direct people to if they, want a more targeted experience for their country. And we are working on growing moderators for those. Until then, we're just using some translators so we can assist them as best as possible. But we are looking for community members who have that kind of experience, that are positive, that are educated, and willing to roll up their sleeves to also help us in those avenues. Once we kind of get the ball rolling, here in the next couple of weeks, we are going to we've kind of nailed down which marketing company works best for us. Like we have said in the past that we are working with several of them. We've kind of found the one that fits our style, fits. They have quick turnarounds. They're very flexible. So once we get to things kind of settle down, we are going to push with them again on some other things as well. But we do have 2 more rounds of articles coming out in the next week or two. But also, if the community has any input on what they would like to see from the marketing, we are totally open to that. We've tried things from, YouTubers to influencers to those types of things, kind of seeing what works and what doesn't when it, driving the needle. But like I said, we're always open to feedback. So if you know ways that we can improve and do better, please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out, and we will take that feedback and move forward with it.
And so to be clear, Ray, the question as I understood it was, what is our plan for marketing and for holder growth, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
From me to you, let's just say next week that's not going to be a problem.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah,
pretty big.
I agree 100%.
So
Dang.
exciting.
Another
Can
question.
you guys elaborate or no?
No.
I'm kind of curious myself.
No.
Okay.
Say it
Nope.
next weekend. Good to go.
We literally want everybody
Yassine,
to be blindsided. It's so exciting.
yeah. Yassine said, "Are you going to increase BUSD rewards and staking?" So BUSD rewards will be increased, but that's not until phase 2, basically, of Reflex Finance. And once that happens, that will go to 10%, and that is at a certain market cap that is in our white paper to answer that question.
They asked about. There's a couple people asking about merchandise. We are working on merchandise. We did go ahead and move that up. We are testing out a couple vendors to see who works best. And then we will get the ball rolling on that. So we'll keep you updated on that front. But we are going to move that timeline up a little.
And
I
then
see
we
a
got
question
good
here.
old. Go ahead.
I see a question from Yoda Chev here. Can you confirm that Reflex already has future projects going to launch on Reflex Launchpad? That this being
No,
said,
we cannot
is
confirm
Operation
that.
7 still on schedule?
Operation 7 is not only on schedule, it is we're looking phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And we cannot, when we are ready to confirm other projects being launched on our Launchpad, we will. In the meantime, we're 2 months, not 2 months, we're 40 something days out from our Launchpad being coming to fruition the way that we want it to. And I do not think it would be prudent to, no, I can't do that right now.
We
We
understand
will
a lot of
announce.
people are we understand a lot of people are excited to be on the Launchpad, and we really do appreciate that enthusiasm and that people want to launch with us. But right now, we haven't announced anybody that will be launching yet.
And to be clear on that point, I would like to say that the amount of inquiries we've received is staggering thus far, right? And so, and there have been great conversations in great depth, and we have projects that we foresee that we are able to be able to move forward with pretty quickly. But we can't confirm that there's anything signed up yet because it doesn't exist yet. So I need this to be running before we sign on some dotted lines.
Yeah.
And as you know, John, deadlines are very important to me. So until there's names signed on a dotted line and pen is to paper, I cannot emphatically say that there's done deals. It's if I say something, it's important.
I hear you.
And
So
once it's finalized, obviously, Miles, myself, or Rap, there will be announcements out saying, hey, X is going to be launching on our pad. We're not just going to throw names out there at all.
Right.
But like Miles said, a lot of people have been contacting us about it, talks and so on. But when we announce it, that's when it's a done deal. Everything's been signed, checked, vetted, and then they get the approval from us.
I just had a quick question. I guess to kind of tease the audience here, can you guys give a quantifiable number, even an estimate, like how many inquiries you got, like say 10, 50, 100,000, or it's kind of like a hush hush kind of thing? Just curious.
We receive inquiries regularly.
Okay.
And so the chief question that we get asked is, what process would they have to go through? So let's talk Legion Launchpad just for 1 second. Like this is kind of my baby, so let me just address this. One of the main questions that we get asked regularly, daily, is what kind of process, what kind of scope, background would someone have to go through in order to be able to launch on the Launchpad? And we share this with them. We share what we're looking for, what we're looking at, but we'll tell them that pen will be put to paper and this will be all black and white. And after we conclude the beta testing here in about 2-3 weeks, then we'll publish some words on paper. Now, I had a project that I spoke to 2 days ago, and as talks progress and as projects seem very legitimate and very very intriguing to us, I get involved and I speak to them personally. And one of the projects that I spoke to just a couple days ago, they echo the sentiment that we're based out of United Kingdom and we don't have a lot of money. We're interested in what you guys stand for. We're interested in what you represent. It's the right thing for this crypto space. It's the right thing for the community. You guys are going to change the world. We want to be a part of that. But if you require an in-person interview, that's not something we can afford right now because we're putting every cent that we have into this project. My response is, it's okay. I'll fly to you, right? And we'll figure it out on the back end. So for those of you listening, that if you have a project that you're looking at launching, and I know when you're starting up a company, there's not a lot of money, right? What we want is relationships. What we want is integrity. And so if we're both committed, if both sides are committed to doing things the right way and ensuring that potential investors and holders are protected, we'll come to you. I mean, we'll work it out. We'll work it out however we need to work it out. But to answer your question, there's been a lot of intrigue and interest on our platform, on our Launchpad. And I think that very soon, I would submit to you, you'll see the amount of traction that we've got in just 2 short weeks. You're going to see the attention that we've got, and that'll be coming very soon.
Well, very good answer for me. I'm settled.
We got a question from Anthony. So, with the BUSD from BitMart, will tokenomics be to purchase of Reflex to beef up the staking pool, i.e., will we see more volume from that 7%? The question is yes. So that 7%, I don't know if you just jumped on, but the 7% will be used to buy back on Pancake Swap, and then those tokens received from buying with the BUSD, it will go in our staking pool.
Oh,
So just to clear it up, so you will see that purchase on the DEX, and also you would see it transferred into the staking pool.
go ahead.
There's another question about marketing. Maddie kind of took care of that. I don't want to keep going back and answering questions, but I will on this one. Marketing is still ongoing. Obviously, he's coming out next week. I just want to be clear, like when we produce articles, there's so many updates weekly, so we don't want to keep reproducing and re-saying the same constant things in marketing. We want to give full updates, where we at to date with XYZ, so to say. So once we get there and we say, hey, we got these talking points, we plan a production. Turnarounds normally 2 to 5 days, it just gives or takes, and then they'll be releasing. So we're gonna have 2 sets of topics released this week. That'd be roughly 240 articles, give or take, that will be sent out around the world. So we released those last time on our website via a file. So it showed every article known to mankind, where it was released at, and that's all around the world. And then the following week as well, we'll be releasing more articles. So it's back-to-back weeks of marketing, just to be clear on that.
I see a pretty good question here, actually, from Evergrow DC. Will you have a sneak peek of the Launchpad?
I mean, I have it now. Like,
oh, you do?
Question. No, it's funny. It's funny because I don't remember if it was Ray or Crypto Rabbit, but we were looking at some things, and like I said, folks, we're further along. This concept didn't just come about, right? Like, we're further along than we have predicted. We're very excited. We're very pleased. We just had a conversation on Friday or Saturday, and we're like, can we leak this out? Can we do a sneak peek? And my answer was no. Like,
you're a nomad. No.
That was me. We had we had the UI obviously completed and everything like that for the Launchpad and the DEX layout. And I was like, hey, let's leak this out. No, not right now. We are not. I'm like, okay.
Not even a tease, huh? You know what? I see another question here also from Evergo DC. Will you have an AMA at Times Square? That's a fair question.
If he wants us to.
Wow. Okay. So Evergo DC.
Hey, I told the community from day one. That when you need me and when you want me, then whatever you need. So I'm asking him right now. I wasn't planning on it, but I want that holder right there to decide whether we're having an AMA. So ask him, and sir, if you want me to have an AMA live in Times Square, I will do it.
All right.
Or there could be a video that comes out.
There you go. That too.
Yeah. Justin, to answer your question, yes, I agree with you 100%. On the bottom there, he said, "Let's do this." I'm in.
Okay.
Man, I wanted to make sure I do my hair and shave and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Go to a barber, right?
He's got to get pretty.
Right. Yeah. They just butchered my haircut too, so I'm a little disappointed.
Oh my gosh, Ray.
That's funny.
Let's see. Do we have any other questions?
So I think Miles is Batman because he said, "When you call me, I'll be there." I'm gonna start saying Batman. I'll put a bat signal. You're gonna come out nowhere, bro. You're gonna knock someone out.
I'm not saying I'm Batman. I'm just saying, have you ever seen me and Batman in the same room at the same time?
That's all. I don't know. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, dude, this guy's like, all right, he can be the Bruce Wayne here of crypto.
Yeah. Miles, as long as we don't do the Ray Bat call, we're good to go.
No comment.
Yeah, rest in peace. My haircut. Yes, I'm going to a high and tight because they screwed it up so bad. Let me tell you.
That's funny.
Sal, what is the status on the
question?
So a
Yeah,
quick question for
we
you
are
guys
actually.
here. Any more news you guys want to leak out to us? Any more teasers? Because I'm getting really teasy right now. So just wondering if there's
So,
anything else you want to talk about today.
yeah, I do. There is something I want to talk about. We're 2 weeks old, and in 2 weeks, we've shared with you the details of a platform and a launchpad that is going to change the crypto industry. And
All right.
if you can't see it, you're not paying attention. And I'm going to tell you why. Either they're going to use our platform, or other projects are going to have to create a launchpad that mirrors our identity, and that's fine. Like, I hope 10 more projects create a launchpad that is rug pull and scam free, because it just benefits everybody. So right off the bat, we announced news within 2 weeks. We announced news that's going to change the crypto industry and change the crypto world as a whole, which is awesome. We released staking ahead of the deadline, which is important to me, and 75% of our supply is locked up, which is just profound. We are proud to go to New York City for a live AMA. Now I guess we're doing a live AMA, right, Rabbit? And we're going to have a billboard announcement in New York City next weekend. And then within 2 weeks of launch, we're going to be live on BitMart with tokenomics. So to answer your question, there's nothing else I can leak right now, because again, we have to be very thoughtful with the timing of information we release. It doesn't help that Bitcoin is down and there's a whole macro effect here, right? Crypto Rabbit, if you can go ahead and make the price of Bitcoin go up, I'd appreciate that.
I'll get right on that.
But like I said, we're being very thoughtful. As you can see, we're trying to have something take effect each week. And so just join us in New York in Times Square next week for a very exciting advertisement, and we're excited.
Hey Ray,
I can't like anything else. I can't not right now.
Ray, did you see Sal's question about the backlog? Our backlog has been moving pretty steadily, correct?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll pull up the stats, but we are very we're down like 50% from where we were like a week ago. So give me one
Yeah,
second. I'm pulling it
a
up.
week ago there was 26 trillion in the backlog,
Yeah.
and we
So update. Sorry to
13.
cut you off. 12.9 trillion.
Okay, 12.9.
Wow.
So that's a reduction by 50% in a week. And again, please remember, consider one thing. The crypto market is down as a whole because the macro effects. Remember that, right? So us draining this slowly, deliberately, and methodically is a deliberate attempt to make sure that we protect not only the price and the market cap, but it's also to protect you as investors. And that's something that I stand by. I that was my call. That was my decision, and I believe it was the right call. You see a lot of projects. Unfortunately, the prices are being affected. The prices are going down, and we're doing this because otherwise, it's very possible, if not likely, the same thing would be happening to us. So drain those rewards slowly, steadily, protect the price, and then, ladies and gentlemen, when the market turns a little bit, to the moon, right? Like, there's no other way about it. It's only a matter of time. Like, thank you for those. Thank you for those of you who staked, because this is about generational wealth. Like, I won't look at you all and lie to you all about anything. I want to change the world, but I also want to provide for my family. Don't get me wrong, right? So, I look forward to some very, very great financial benefits coming to all of us very soon.
And
I see. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Oh,
You're good.
I see a question from Maddie here. It says, "Hey John, when the site went down at Shawnee, they wanted an explanation on the reset and then had to restake." I'm not sure you can answer this one here.
I can take that one unless Miles wants to. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, basically, we just had a massive surplus of people coming to the site. So just think of a double door, one door, and 1,000 people trying to fit in it, and it crashed.
And it wasn't just that too many people accessed the website at one time. It was that so many people were doing the transaction at one time, right? So there was go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, so to assure that there wasn't errors, and because we were getting DMs left and right, like, "Hey, I double staked. Hey, I got this and that." So to assure the process actually was correct and no one missed out on everything, we just did a full reset of the system. We didn't change anything in it. And we actually widened the bandwidth on the website, and then we decided to reset the staking contract so we wouldn't have any mishaps. Because what we didn't want to have is constant errors coming in from people, like we were getting. So we said, you know what, best to make sure clean slate, just redo the launch real quick on the staking, and that's what we did.
Very good. And
And
also,
I accept responsibility for that. That was I accept complete responsibility.
very good. I
We
just looked up
can't
also.
control technology, so you know what I mean.
Miles, I thought we agreed that everything is Ray's fault.
Everything
Yeah.
is Ray's
Yeah.
fault, but as the
My
leader of
back
this
hurts from
project,
carrying everyone.
to the world,
So
to the community, I promise you all, everything truly is Ray's fault.
Yeah. If you ask my wife, it's always my fault.
It's because you're a man.
So,
That's why.
yeah, right. I'm good, dude. I'll take all the shots from everyone. I have no problem doing that for everyone. So,
Good man. Good man.
be hard. Can I have some free tokens? If you
Sure,
want to
send me your
challenge me,
BSC address.
yeah, right. If you want to challenge me to Call of Duty, dude, I'm in. Winner take all.
He's a gambling man. I like that.
Yeah, just we have to be on the platform. I'm not playing on the computer.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Maddie,
One more-
shoot it. Let's see what she has. Go ahead,
one
John.
more, one more question from Shawnee here. Thanks, guys. I wasn't looking for an explanation as to why. I trust you guys. I just want to know if I need to go in a restake.
If she did not do it that day when we announced it, yes, but she should be able to connect her wallet, and it would show at the bottom if she's staking or not with the date.
Okay. So, Shawnee, hopefully that answered your question. So, if you
Shawnee,
didn't do
please
it,
reach out to Ray. Please reach out to Ray separately, and we will make sure you're taken care of one way or the other.
Yep. Yeah, just DM me on TG or on my Twitter.
that works too.
This guy wants to go Call of Duty. Hey John,
know.
team versus
I'm
Reflex.
not good at Call of
I
Duty,
didn't know.
man.
Do you game like that?
I play like Overwatch, like Fortnite, those kind of things. I don't play Call of Duty. It
Gotcha.
gives me a headache.
Yeah. As
John,
long as
I
I
gotta
have
t-
Mucky, as long as I got Mucky on my team, I'm game.
Oh my
John,
God.
I got to tell you something funny. So
Yeah.
my son Jamie, son, if you're listening, I love you. But I'm overseas right now, and I fly back tomorrow. But we used to play Fortnite, and
That's funny.
I don't play video games really ever, to be honest with you. But he would say, "Dad, play Fortnite with me." So I would jump out of the plane and I would parachute down to where the helicopter is, and I would get in the helicopter and I would just fly in circles until there was 2 people left, and then
Oh
I would
my
get out.
God, you're one of
And I
those?
would get. I'm one of those, right?
Oh,
And so
jeez.
I played that game. Probably about 10 times in my life, and every time I got second place because I waited till there was only one other person that I would
Yeah.
they would kill me. And so naturally, my son hated it, which is an easy way for me to get out of him asking me to play Fortnite with him. So
You sabotaged it. I got it. All right.
never do anything well, because if you do it well, they keep asking you to do it.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
Smart man. Smart man.
I learned
That's
that with
funny.
washing the dishes a long time ago.
You just break them, right?
Yeah, right.
Are you sure you want to watch it again? No, honey.
If y'all have any other questions, please go ahead and type them really quick. I think we've addressed most of them.
Yeah, I would think so too. So I'll leave it for a few seconds. If not, then I guess we will call it a day and wish everyone a fantastic Sunday morning or evening, depending on where you're at here.
Yes. Miles, do
Alrighty.
you have anything you wanted to wrap up with?
BitMart going live in the next couple hours, or excuse me,
Yep.
next couple days. Tomorrow, right? I don't know. I don't even know what country I'm in right now. BitMart, I swear to God, it's been crazy. BitMart's going live tomorrow. Please tune in for next weekend, New York, Times Square,
Yes.
billboard announcement.
You're
If
going to want
part
to
of,
see it.
you're gonna want to see it, and if you're a part of Reflex Legion, you're gonna want us to go viral at that point.
Yes.
All right. So I don't see any questions. So I'm just going to end this by saying goodbye, guys, and Reflex Wars.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a great one.